Hey guys, so it's been a while since I've uploaded a video onto YouTube, so I want to let you guys know what I've been up to. So I'm currently going through a welding program at my local community college, and I figured I'd take advantage of that and start a little project for the Jeeps. Now, so what I thought about doing was something similar to Metal Cloak's CTI ramps. They pretty much have, they lift front driver tire and then rear passenger tire, and they lift them simultaneously with hydraulic lifts. But those things are like $6 grand for one of them, so I'm working with like $150 here to make these ramps. Well, anyways, I thought about doing it in a way that you pretty much have a regular RTI ramp. Now, for the front front driver tire, you would only need a regular RTI ramp. It's just, you know, however many degrees of incline and one full ramp, right? Now, when I was planning this, I was trying to figure out how to get an RTI ramp underneath the rear passenger tire, right? So you're driving up at the same time. If you think about it, you can't get two full-size ramps and, you know, put one in the front driver tire and then one in front of the rear passenger, because it won't fit. It'll hit the undercarriage, the frame, the rock grills, whatever, right? And then you got to think about different Jeep setups. Like I want somebody who has an XJ try this ramp that has, you know, 31-inch tall tires with maybe, you know, like a budget boost, you know, because that's, I mean, you know, a lot of people have that. So I started thinking, you know, what can I do? So at first, I thought about for the second ramp, the one that goes underneath the rear passenger, to be a modular ramp. You know, slide one underneath the tire and then have, you know, the front full-size ramp been driving up at the same time, right? And then once you clear the first ramp or you're close to it, I'll just slide the second piece in. But that was way too tall, even for our Jeeps that have 37s, and my Jeep has 4.5 inches of lift. The other one has 5.5 or something like that. Anyways, that was way too tall, so I decided to chop it down into 3 sections. Okay, so this ramp here, what you see is each section is 20 inches long, so 20 inches, 20 inches, 20 inches. The grade of it is 30 degrees. Now, why I chose 30-degree ramp over a 20-degree ramp RTI, which is, you know, pretty much a standard, is because I didn't want to make this thing super long to the point where, you know, it's not you know, 6 feet and it doesn't go underneath your tires. So now I'm gonna cover what I've you know, the trial and error, what we just tried right now, and I'll show you in a video and some pictures as I'm narrating through it. But so put this one on there, and the first time after, you know, that one was built and it was cooled off and everything, drove on it, and until you drove to, let's just say, if you can see it on the camera, just pretend this is a small one. Once you drove to this section here, the ramps are teeter-tottered, right? So that was it, and I started doing the second piece. So the second piece, after, you know, put it close together, and my idea was to attach them with hitch pins, as you see here. Now, you know, I kind of jumped the gun. I was like, I want to try it anyway, see what happens. So as soon as, you know, the driver went onto the first ramp and onto the second one, the first ramp, you know, it kind of pivoted on this point right here, and it pushed the second ramp away. So I went ahead and made some holes, put a little plate in there, made a hole for the hitch pin, and it was good. All right. Now, as you see on the picture, I slid, these were both connected, drove onto the first one perfectly fine, slid this one underneath, put the hitch pin in there, and then once you came to this point right here, the highest point before I started doing the teeter-totter, and slide this one in, I was about 4 inches shy from sliding this one underneath because it was too tall. So I gotta come back and I'm gonna cut this one down, you know, about right here, and then just make it this big piece, 2 sections. Now, the reason why I did 36 inches tall, the ramp's 36 inches tall, 60 inches long, all right, and a 30-degree incline. Now, if you're, you know, I've had a couple people ask me why only 36 inches tall, and it's because we're not building a regular RTI ramp. We're just going to keep driving forward until you know, the tire comes off the ground or you roll over. But we're lifting at 2 corners, you know, on opposite ends. So it's like a real world, you know, there's no, I don't think I've ever been off-roading and, you know, it was like the same situation as an RTI ramp. It's more, you know, I guess practical or real world, you know. Well, anyways, and the way I got these measurements was I looked at Metal Cloak's video where they're showing people how their system works, the corner travel index. Now, if you are looking at the video really closely, you'll see that their 4-door Jeep has their like game changers, 6-pack shocks, and all those bells and whistles. The tire on both sides only lifted up to 23 inches. So if you think about it, if both RTI ramps, well, this modular CTI, I guess, ramps are underneath your tire, basically your tire is pretty much going to be right here, because it's 24 inches. So we'll go 1 inch down. It should be like right here before that Jeep, you know, with that setup. Before one of the tires comes off the ground. Okay, so this piece right here is just, I guess, for stability, so it doesn't, you know, go forward or whatever. And see, another question that people have asked me is the strength of it. Now, being that I'm making this modular ramp, it's the only thing that's been kind of tricky is nobody's really ever done one. So there's no like a template on, you know, Google or anything for me to do this. So what I did was there was like a British website that somebody got tasked out to do a ramp, and you know, I took the basics of it. You know, he had 20 inches across. This is the material is 2x2 square tubing with 1/8 inch wall. Okay, so this middle section, this cross member here is 16 inches. You know, plus 2 is about 20 inches wide. Now I want to make kind of wide because I don't want to put those little braces here, and I would, you know, if I saw it in an issue, but I haven't yet. So it's pretty stable, you know, it's not skinny and tall where it can just, you know, flop over. Well, strength-wise, obviously we already drove up on these, and we only have 2 doors, and I'll get some bigger vehicles over here to test it out. But so strength-wise, these braces here, these legs, how far apart they are, about 20 inches apart from each other. Okay, so you'd be 20 inches from here to here, and so on and so forth. Now on that RTI ramp that this guy built, and you know, he's had already you know, like full-size pickup trucks, you know, flexing on it. Actually, there's even like a semi or a military 3.5 ton or something on it, and he put these braces every 60 inches. So that's a big gap, you know, so from here to here. And then when I make my one full piece ramp, you know, I'm probably still gonna do, you know, every 20 inches I'll put one little brace in there, or another leg. Another issue that I guess I encountered was the ramp sliding forward. I kind of want to do this in concrete, just because I actually tried it earlier on the grass, and you know, the ramp kind of like digs into the ground. It's not really even or whatever. But if you look at the CTI video, the Metal Cloak's video, they're actually airing down their tires to 15 psi all the way around, just like a standard, I guess. But anyways, we tried airing down the tires to 10 psi, and I guess it should be like a standard for if you want to try, you know, my ramps out. That way, when the tire was aired down, it didn't, you know, push or slide the ramp, you know, forward some more. It actually, you know, let the tire, you know, rev onto the little steps here and go forward. And it was not an issue anymore. And what I used to build this whole project, and what I'm gonna finish using is I'm using the Harbor Freight Chicago Electric 170 MIG welder. I don't have gas or anything. I actually just got it just to, you know, like to work around here in the house. And anyways, I'm using 035 flux core wire. All right, again, thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions, comments, actually any suggestions that would make my life a little bit easier, like maybe if you've already done an RTI ramp and, you know, see a little, I don't know, something better that I can do, you know, anything's helpful. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and stay tuned for progress on this ramp and many other videos.